So I'll start recording, and I'll also add the agenda into the Google Meet chat. There we go. So welcome everybody to the Janus community meeting. It's March 2nd. I think what I wanted to just start with is that we do have 2 new plugins available since our last call. One of them is the topology plugin, and Tom Kufal usually is joining us, but he asked me to make sure I said he wanted to give a huge shout out to the topology plugin team as well as to the reviewers, because there was a lot of extra work that needed to get done because it was a very large plugin, and they did a great job with supporting the review. So thanks to everybody on that. And then there's also a 3-scale plugin. So kudos to Francisco for that, because that was actually a community contribution as well. So great to see those 2 come in. I will also mention a couple other things from Tom. So the first one, I'm not sure, maybe there's others here that can provide some extra information, but for the dynamic plugin status, he said that there was an upstream call this week, and there was some reservations on, I think, if and when it would be able to be accepted. The proposal would be able to be accepted, but they were interested in the technology. So there was going to be another call on the 20th. And I know that Tom's already started to work on RFC on that. And also they're creating a POC together with Ryan Long's team. So I don't know if there's other people that are in this call that were also in that call that might want to add a little bit more detail.
Yeah, I think that's a good summary, Serena. I think they're interested. It's just a matter of capacity. And for a change like this, it's such a significant change. You know, we want to be working closely with the maintainers to make sure that, you know, everyone agrees with the direction. So we're going to start working on a design doc for it, and then potentially a spike to see if we can get anything working using Webpack Module Federation. And then we have a follow-up meeting to demo to them some of the things we've done in OpenShift console and in console.dot, you know, around using Module Federation, and to, you know, share knowledge with them.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Thanks for that update. The other one is around OCM, and I don't know, is anybody on the call that wants to give the status, or I can read what he wrote? I don't know if that's something Oleg or Thorsten, you guys might work on. Maybe not. No. Okay. So he said they want to give the same experience with the OCM plugin as for GCP and AKS clusters, but they're stuck on the auth piece and lack of federation. So I'm assuming that just means that they've hit like a minor roadblock, but that they're still working through it. I guess we could find out more. So that OCM plugin's already, there is a first version of that available as well. Is there anybody here at the call that want to share any information about what else they might have been working on lately? Or planning to do? We could talk about the Janus Showcase app. Maybe Patrick, would you mind sharing a little bit? If I don't, I'm putting you on the spot, sorry.
Hey, you're fine. Let me grab it right quick. Give me just a second.
Okay. I guess too, for people who might be listening to this later, the Janus Showcase app is available for anybody for anybody to utilize in the community to test. Maybe you could put a URL here for that too.
All right, I should have added the URL just now.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Everyone able to hear me?
Yep,
Yes.
loud and clear.
Awesome. All right, so we got our Backstage Showcase app. Here's our homepage where we have our theming for the Janus with our colors and everything. We do have some links so for our community, some learning paths, the clusters that we're using, and some DevOps tools. If you go to the catalog, you can see that we have in our components, the actual Backstage Showcase app. From here, this links to our GitHub repository with GitHub issues plugin, our GitHub pull requests, currently won't have any, our CI/CD, which is looking at the GitHub Actions, and then we also have the Argo CD plugin going. We have the Kubernetes plugin, which is pointing to the Smog cluster that we're deployed to. The Quay plugin, which is pointing at the Backstage build currently because we're not publishing the Backstage Showcase image to Quay yet, but it is in the works. We haven't worked on dependencies nor docs clusters. So here's the OCM cluster showing a group of clusters that's currently being managed by Operate First right now. And I believe, the templates. And then we're currently working on setting up our Golden Path templates. Right now we have Go, Node.js, and Python. These are all currently using the GitHub Actions, and they're managed by Argo CD. Something that we're trying out right now is seeing if we can set up one Golden Path template that will allow you to pick your CI between GitHub Actions or Tekton, and then be managed by Argo CD. So instead of having one for each CI method, we just have one template that can handle multiple CI methods.
Awesome. That looks great. Do you mind too, just for clarity for anybody watching later on, do you mind just showing which pieces are actually Janus plugins, like the OCM, the OCM one, I guess?
Yeah, so here is the OCM plugin. This one has been contributed. We have the Quay plugin. And I think that's it, right?
And we don't have,
GitHub-
you don't have Keycloak yet on, right?
Yeah, the plugin's in there. We have to deploy a Keycloak instance so we can get it all wired up.
Gotcha. Okay, awesome. Great. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Anybody have questions around that? I know I did get a request from somebody who asked if we have a blog coming around, what's the quickest and easiest way to get the Showcase app up and running locally on someone's machine. So I'll add an issue on that in our Git repo, but that would be a great blog, I think, for someone to write. Maybe Thorsten, I saw you. That might be a great one to think about. Excellent. Okay, Andy, I know I'm not sure if you're able to talk, but I know you did quite a bit of writing in the last couple weeks. Do you want to share anything about that?
Yeah, so we've done a number of different blogs out to the Janus IDP blog. We have a new blog that just got posted yesterday around how we're now hosting our images on Quay.io. So we are not only posting and publishing on GitHub Container Registry, but we are now also synchronizing those to Quay.io. The article talks about the importance of going and publishing to Quay.io, especially from a customer perspective, because many of our customers already have Quay.io already whitelisted in their environments because they're leveraging, for those customers who are leveraging Open Container Platform, it is the source of container images for the platform. So it also then allows us to then tap into vulnerability data reporting as well that Claire provides for free as part of Quay.io. I think that was at least the latest blog that we have out there. Definitely promote it in your social channels if you found it interesting.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else want to share anything that they've been looking at or updates? No? All right. If not, then I guess we can close the call today. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Awesome. Thank
everybody.
you so much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. You too.